everybody. I'm Katie.
I'm Becky, and this is Live, Laugh, Lorcana.
See, we weren't rusty.
That was perfect.
So, how are you doing, Becky?
I am doing quite well. Yourself?
I feel like that's a lie.
Yeah, I've had a migraine for 3 days, but it's fine. I'm fine.
You're persevering. It's amazing.
I know, right? I'm
Mhm.
proud of me. I made Cody tell me that he was proud of me today because, I've been wrangling small people when I just want to curl in a ball and wait for the sweet release of death.
Well, I'm also proud of you.
Thanks, girl.
And now I'm making you do this, so it's
No,
worse.
this is fine. I'm fine. I'm feeling better. I took some magnesium and a little nap, and I am feeling not bad.
Like you can live another day.
Yes.
Nice. All right. Well, our first thing to talk about is that we are now in the Rise of the Floodborn era.
Yay, chapter 2.
Yeah, but it was released to LGSs almost 2 weeks ago since we're recording this.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. How's it been treating you, Katie?
Great.
What have you done?
Well, I was able to get quite a lot of product, as I always seem to do.
Yeah, what is that?
There's an LGS near us, which we heard they sold out all of their first chapter product at MSRP. So we called them in advance and we're like, "What are you doing?" And they're like, "It'll be here release day." That's all they would tell us over the phone. Is it will be here release day. So we lined up at that LGS and we got there like 3 minutes before it opened, and there was already a line. And we were each able to get a box. And then also, I had been able to pre-order a box at the league that I go to regularly. And then also, I was raffled off the opportunity of buying a D100 gift set at the other league we go to. So I got everything I wanted except for the Honey Wizard playmat.
Wow. 3 boxes down, and it's not even official till tomorrow.
I know.
That's crazy. Good for you. I'm happy for you. I think that's great. It's really fun for you.
You're doing a great job sounding like it too.
Aha! Did you open your stuff yet?
I opened everything.
Any enchanteds?
Oh yeah, 2. I got 2 enchanted. I got the Cinderella and the dragon. The
Beautiful. Madam Mim dragon.
Madam Mim dragon.
Were they both in boxes?
No, one was in a trove actually, because I got a trove too.
Oh, you did get a trove?
I got a trove too. I forgot to say that. Yeah, I told you I got everything I wanted. I am hashtag blessed with Lorcana. I'm sorry.
I'm also blessed. I don't know what I'm saying.
Do you feel like enchanted rates are up just anecdotally?
It seems like everybody has enchanteds.
Yeah, I mean, there were so many posts on Twitter, and I don't know if that's because I'm following more people. People are getting more product, then I'm seeing more posts. But anecdotally for myself, I opened almost 200 packs of the first chapter before I opened my first enchanted, and I've opened less than 100 of chapter 2 and gotten 2.
If they are up, how do you feel about that?
That's a good question. I mean, I don't know. They're so exciting to open. I'm kind of glad about it.
Oh, see, no. Keep it difficult. I like it like that. I want it to be more special. I don't know. I've only opened 2 in my career, and I don't know. That makes them even more special. That they're so hard to get. I think that's cool. I mean, I don't like the you can collect a whole set pretty easily. If that becomes a thing, it's nah, man, no.
That's totally fair. How has release been going for you?
So I missed the opportunity to pre-order a box through our league because I had a cold and I didn't go. And then I wasn't going, so I called the store and I was like, "Hey, I can't go to league tonight because I'm not feeling well. I heard you guys were going to be doing pre-orders. I'm concerned. that I won't be able to do anything. Are you guys doing any product? Starter deck night. So they were doing a starter deck event. And the guy told me, like, are you going to the starter deck event? And I was like, oh, yeah. He's like, you'll be fine. So we went to the starter deck event, which was a great time, by the way. They had nothing. They had no product. They lied to me. There was nothing there. My disappointment was immeasurable. I was being such a little brat about it, but I was so angry. Well, because I was going to send Cody to League and just be like, here, pre-order a box, play some games, you know? So I was so disappointed.
Well, it wasn't even a sure thing if you went to League because I think like over 40 people wanted a box and they only had 29. So they even raffled off the opportunity to buy the box.
Crazy.
But yeah, I talked to the owner a little after, and it sounded like they had been told they were going to get D100s and Troves that Friday and then didn't.
Did you go the Tuesday, though? Like after?
I didn't, but I heard they had the D100s and the Troves and raffled it off, and everybody that was there got one of them.
Oh, nice. That's good. That's good to hear. So something kind of you remember how I was just complaining how I didn't get any product? Remember, well, we all were there. Ravensburger was doing a release of product.
Oh, I heard about that. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I was there.
Okay. So we all like, can I just do a long story?
Do the long story.
Sorry. So we all at 9:00 Eastern Standard Time, we all get on the thing to jump into the queue, and we're waiting for 10:30, and 10:30 rolls around and they're like, wait guys, we're going to back it up an hour. And I'm like, all right. So we're in the queue still just waiting to get a randomly assigned number. And so 11:30 passes. They're like, we don't know, some stuff's going on, we'll let you know when we got our stuff. And I'm like, all righty. So then 1:00 p.m. rolls around and they're like, whoop, here we go. Everybody gets a randomly assigned number. My number was like 38,000. You know, some people were like 76,000 because it was like randomly generated just based on whoever was in the queue. Somehow my husband got like a 2,000, like a pretty low number. And I was like, ooh, that's nice. And so he was kind of keeping an eye on that while he was at work, waiting for the queue to go down. And then around 5:30 ish, he was able to click on all his little products and add them to the cart. I was doing this actually because he was home at this point. So I put all my little products in the cart. I put in my shipping information and I go to the next page and it's like not loading and not loading and not loading. And I was like, come on, I just got to put my payment information in. And then it kicked everybody. And I was like, we're not doing this anymore.
And did you scream? I've just screamed.
I didn't scream, but I was like, not okay. And Cody kept being like, I'm so sorry, Becky. I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, it's not your fault. You know, and I was just like very frustrated because I was so close. Like my 37,000, like I knew it was never going to happen. But that was just crazy. But then something interesting happened because I have tiny children and they don't sleep. So sometimes Cody or I are up in the middle of the night. And so Cody happened to pop on the Ravensburger site and like our cart was there and it still had the stuff in it. And he was able to put in his payment information and it went through and he got like a confirmation email. And I was like, oh my God. And then, but Ravensburger was like, that was an accident. That wasn't supposed to happen. None of that was supposed to happen. And so everyone's like, oh, geez, are they going to cancel the orders? This is going to be a big thing. Cody got an email confirmation that it shipped yesterday.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for you.
I know. It's crazy. Even though we're not supposed to have it. And they just tweeted today that they're not selling on Ravensburger anymore. They're going to reallocate that merch.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So I am one of the chosen few. My order went through.
Congrats.
Thanks. I got way too much stuff. Well, they said you could order 2 boxes. So I'm like, I'm going to order 2 boxes, though I have no need for 2 boxes. And then I also got a D100 and 1 more each of the starter decks and a Beast playmat.
Let me know if you don't want any of it. It is a lot.
It is a lot. We'll see. Oh, but I also, before the Ravensburger thing, they were doing pre-orders on Hot Topic. I happened to see, so I ordered another Beast playmat. So if you want a Beast playmat, Katie, I can hook you up.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. I'll buy one of those off you.
Great. So that's cool. But Katie, you are our little tech girl. Can you talk to us about the Ravensburg website situation?
Yeah. So in the morning, it was supposed to start at 10:30, right? And I had an important meeting at 10:30. So I said to my husband, can you just get in that queue for me? Because I don't think I'm going to be able to. And he was literally like, why? It's not going to work. Nobody's going to get anything today. Because we have been involved in so many drops of limited time product because my husband is interested in so many things. We also both work in tech and have been associated with teams dealing with these kinds of drops. They're incredibly difficult. Most of the time, the bots get all of it. Honestly, the fact that so many people were able to say they got product is a little impressive to me because I've been involved in so many drops where literally they release it all at once and bots just buy it all up immediately. And the DDoS attack, it's hard for me to imagine the denial of service was intentional. I don't know if anybody had that in mind, but I believe that there were tons of people who had programmed a bunch of bots to hit this system. Do you know how easy it is for me to spin up and simulate 10,000 users right now? So it's just so easy to attack these online systems. I'm surprised anyone does it anymore. And also everyone's been really hard on Ravensburger, but also having been involved with companies like QFair, I can almost guarantee QFair told Ravensburger, we got this, Yeah,
I would imagine they'd have to say, we got this. I mean, obviously, people were in 119,000th place. There's not that many people playing this game, or at least not that many people on the website right now doing in a queue. So obviously a lot of it was fake. And I recall, I forget it. It was one of the Monday night shows, either Lumineers or it was the Inkwell. They were talking about having multiple tabs open and no, it wasn't like that. It was thousands and thousands and thousands of individual bot stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Technical. I don't know technical stuff.
I mean, yeah. It's a computer can simulate a lot more than you just refreshing. Because, I saw so many people be like, this is your fault if you're logged in on your computer and your phone. No, it's not. It's really not.
That's funny. I really, really, really appreciated your insights because I was a little cheesed off. Do you think QFair's in trouble? What is that? What does that mean?
I don't know the details of the contract. I know sometimes when a company contracts a tech company to protect a launch, there are assurances made that we will reimburse you for loss of sales, that sort of thing.
What you do in QFair? Who do you think you are?
Stop. I'm not calling you QFair.
No, I'm sure they tried their best. I just think they weren't prepared for this. That's all.
Yeah. Everybody tried their best. It's hard. I mean,
it was also a really rough time for them to have just launched their official Discord. It was crazy. People are wild, man. People are wild. Oof.
Yeah. It was just a shame. I wish they hadn't done it at all because in my mind, failure was inevitable. But so many people got their hopes up, and there's nothing worse than getting your hopes up and it just made people really mad.
Me. It was me.
You were pretty quietly angry.
I'm good now. Well, I got what I asked for, which is crazy. And you know what, Katie? I really needed a win. So yeah, you can all hate me for getting my product, but
nobody hates you.
I needed a win. I
got a lot of product and I didn't need a win. I just got really...
You always do. Fun stuff, Katie. Fun stuff.
Oh, we went to a starter deck event. Do you want to talk about that?
Sure. We went to a starter deck event and it was cool. You got randomly given a deck and somehow trading with friends, we all ended up with what we wanted, which was great. I was running the Amber Sapphire because I do enjoy Amber Sapphire. I'm going to be honest. The dwarf deck, not here for it. Super not here for it. I won most of my games. I won 3, lost 2. One of them, I tried not using the dwarves. I was just like, no dwarves. I'm done with dwarves. I'm already tired of these little guys. And I won. I only inked the dwarves. I just inked dwarves. Yeah, so I haven't played the bounce mechanic of the steel amethyst yet. Because honestly, I'm not really into it. I know everyone is. I'm not really into it.
I'm so into it.
Okay, maybe I need to try it because the dwarf synergy I was not here for. It was not it.
I love both of those starter decks. I think they're both really fun. Like, I think the bounce mechanic of the Amethyst Steel one is so fun, and I think the dwarf synergy of Amber Sapphire is very fun. I think they're both leaps better than the Chapter 1 starter decks. What do you
I
think?
love the Chapter 1 starter decks. I thought they were well, okay. See, maybe because with a starter deck, I don't want to be boxed into one gimmick, and I felt like there was more to the other ones. And also they had that like rock, paper, scissors sort of business. Which wins? Amber Sapphire or Steel Amethyst?
I think they're pretty evenly matched. I've heard that the Amethyst Steel has a slight edge.
Nice. I actually didn't even play against it.
I don't think they had an even number because I played against Amber Sapphire all night.
Yeah, so did I. But yeah, I like the original starter decks. I have taken some because I play in Amber.
Better? You like the original?
Yeah, starters better. Yeah. Well, okay. So like I had the Amber Amethyst one was my favorite. And there was like a couple things going on in there. You had like the princess synergies, which was super cool. You had kind of like the Dr. Facilier was a big thing with the villains. And then you had like the Mickey Mouse broom thing. It had like a bunch of different stuff going on. And you like once you got other things, you could like lean into whatever you wanted. I leaned into princesses and then, switched out the amethyst. And so I just felt like that had more options where I feel like you're kind of boxed in with those two decks where if you're playing, Amber Sapphire, you have to play Dwarf deck. And if you're playing Steel Amethyst, you gotta it's just bounce. Bounce is what it does. So I felt like there was more in the other ones.
Interesting, because when I look back at the Chapter 1 ones, they just feel like very thrown together to me. Not like they have a theme. I have to make this reference and see if any of our listeners get it.
I already know what the reference is going to be.
What's the theme? I want you right now to tell me what the theme is. Grounded for Life. Me and Becky make Grounded for Life references to each other all the time.
All the time.
I maintain that is one of the greatest sitcoms of all times. It is so underrated.
Has seen it. It's so good. And I make them to Cody. And anytime I make a reference to Cody and he doesn't know what it is, he's like, is that Grounded for Life? And I'm like, yes.
So if anybody gets that reference.
It's infinitely quotable, that show. I love that show. I quote it all the time. It's so good.
It is. It's so funny too. Yeah. But there is a bit where a guy is screaming, "What's the theme? I want you right now to tell me.
To tell me what the theme is."
But that's how I feel about the Chapter 1 starter decks now.
Oh, see, I like that. I throw them together. I prefer that, maybe.
Fair. Totally fair.
Yes. And so I play Amber Staff, and so I mixed some things around, added some things that I got from my packs and stuff like that. And did I improve it? I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll find out. And then I also made an Emerald Amethyst deck that is not good. It has way too many uninkable cards in it, but I can't help myself.
Are you leaning into the new Emerald discard? Probably not. You probably don't have those cards yet. Okay.
Nope. Just vibes.
There's a lot of strong Emerald already, so you're good.
I know. Yeah. Well, I said I had to do Emerald because Daisy Duck. So I have my Daisy Duck deck, but it's really just, she's just there. She doesn't really contribute a whole lot.
Yeah, I took that Amber Sapphire starter deck and I made a Dwarves and Princess deck for my fun deck. It's only Dwarves and Princesses, so.
That's really cute. Yeah, mine's just a Princess deck. No Dwarves allowed. Pass.
Can I tell you for my main deck though that I'm now on Ruby Amethyst control?
I saw that because it's fun now.
It's
what
so fun.
what did you add that's fun?
Well, I didn't add anything, but Steadfast, a YouTuber, published a video on the new Ruby Amethyst control, and I net decked his list. And it's like he added in the bounce package and also Sorcerer's Spellbook. So it's just like so much more fun. You have so many more tools.
Great. I'm happy for you. I do think it was a mistake for me to create an entirely new deck right before I'm getting 2 boxes of product, though.
Mm.
That's probably a mistake.
Yeah, it's probably going to change, but no, you have good starting points.
Woohoo! So we'll see.
I just wanted to say one thing about the Rise of the Floodborn release is that weekend, it was just really exciting to be on Twitter and Discord. Like, it was just so exciting to see people posting like the product they got of like enchanteds and legendaries they were pooling. People were telling stories of like them and their kid going to a starter deck event, or they're like telling stories of doing well at a sealed tournament, or like all this stuff. And it was just awesome.
And we need to do that 4 times a year. That's great.
I know, it's magical. So thank you everyone for posting about your stories on Twitter and Discord. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was great. I love it. No, it's a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what people post tomorrow because I know everyone's going to be, well, we're recording this early. But, tomorrow's December 1st and people are going to be popping into Walmart, Target, Best Buy, Barnes & Noble, just seeing what's good.
I know. Watch the Disney Store website launch tonight be a disaster. And we'll miss talking about it.
It was fine last time.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to do it. No, I'm going to do it. I want a Honey Wizard mat. We all do.
So much.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of listener questions we can jump into.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing I was going to bring up was, remember when we had that giveaway on our socials? We were like, to enter on Twitter and Instagram, tell us your favorite chapter 1 card. Do you know what was possibly the most said answer? And I did not expect it. I was shocked.
What?
John Silver.
Oh yeah, he was so popular. I was like, I have like 3 of those, and I've never been like, I should put this in my deck. I think it's just everybody loves Treasure Planet. People our age love Treasure Planet. I don't, but other people do.
I think that's part of it because I watched it recently. It's good. I enjoyed it. It's not memorable. That's my opinion on the movie. But John Silver is a great card. I do love it and play it.
That's great. I don't play Emerald very much. This is fresh for me.
You're on Emerald now. Try out that John Silver if you have
He's not in my deck. Sorry about it.
You gotta put at least one in there. Give him a try.
Well, I have so many other legendary stuff.
He's inkable.
I know, but I also have. Well, I got Mother Gothel in there. I got Hidden Archer Bell in there. I got Beast in there. I got all this fancy stuff in there.
You got Hidden Archer Bell?
I do.
Wow, look at you.
I am that crazy.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Listener questions. Our first listener question is from Shiny Horus. So, the more cards that get revealed, the more abilities different inks get. Steel has evasive now. Previously, that was Ruby Emerald's thing. Sapphire has card draw. That was Amethyst's thing. Do you feel the individual ink colors are losing their identities, or how do their unique color traits still come through?
I think they are losing their identities, and I don't like it. Really?
Interesting.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I knew what they all were, and I could associate those things. And if somebody's playing, whatever, what to expect. And in my head, I can formulate things and use my noodle and be like, well, I know it's going to be this way. Even when I'm assembling things, be like, ooh, it would be fun to do a deck. It has a lot of card draw and a lot of, ink or whatever. And so I'm like, purple, blue, that kind of thing. So I don't know. I like them being consistent. What do you think?
I think that maybe they're growing, but to me, they still have their ink identities. I think evasive was inevitable that we were eventually going to see it in every color because you need to be able to combat evasive Like they can't just run away with the game. The card draw that we're seeing in Sapphire is largely around items, like the
Yes.
Flabbersham and stuff. And like I
Yeah.
already associated Sapphire with like item synergy.
It is. That's maybe I didn't even notice that it was adding card draw because it's an item stuff still.
Mm-hmm. So for me, like their identities still come through pretty strongly. In a lot of ways, I just felt like we were adding, like we added a lot more song synergy to Amber.
Yeah. That was a song deck. Like you had all those song characters in it, like Ariel and Cinderella and Sebastian were all songsters, and we added, Gaston as a singer as well, which is kind of neat.
And Cinderella and that sleepy flute. I guess like two big things we gained that we didn't have before.
Resist, is that one of them?
Yeah, that's a difference. Like Steel added like a bunch of resist. That was like a new thing we saw in Steel that we didn't see before. But then if you look up what Steel Glimmers are, it's Steel Glimmers are strong, large and imposing, armored, or just plain powerful. Like that's been their description since the beginning, and that fits into that.
I guess it does.
And then like Emerald, we saw a bunch of discard, which we saw a little with Flynn Rider, but we see more now. And it's like the description of Emerald Glimmers is quick thinking, but not necessarily book smart. They navigate their environment, whether physical or social, natural or artificial, with ease. So that just kind of like, I don't know, it fits for me. A lot of these, like when I went like and looked at the description, I could kind of overlay them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So Rebecca built off this question and said, do you feel like as the ink identities grow that certain combos are becoming stronger, or that it opens up a wider variety of strong combos?
I think definitely more strong combos. I mean, there's always going to be like a meta, of course, but I feel like perhaps just with chapter 1 cards, it was a little limited. And I feel like just having more cards, more different abilities, especially within ink colors, of course, makes a huge difference on how much stuff people can play.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you've probably already heard about the infamous red blue popsicle deck that
Yeah.
So that's really strong. And there's also like an amber amethyst aggro deck that's going around that's very strong. And you try that's what you tried to play in chapter 1, and it wasn't quite there yet, but it got a lot of tools. So yeah, definitely. All right. This question is from Jedi Geek Girl. Thanksgiving has come and gone. Instead of doing the traditional thankful question, let's ask a question of the opposite nature. What card or cards in Lorcana do you not enjoy playing against? A card or card that you could say that you are unthankful for?
You can answer first.
Mine is Aladdin Heroic Outlaw.
Preach.
Like that is just so rude to play against when they, especially when they shift it out or when they have a way to give it rush so it can attack right away. And like, it's just like a 4 lore swing so quickly, especially against Ruby Amethyst control, where it's like you get so close to the end and you just can't make up the difference.
Yeah.
And then there are so many times playing against Ruby Amethyst control that it's like they have Aladdin Heroic Outlaw out. So I'm like, I guess I'm not going to quest because I can't handle the 4-point swing. And then they're like, boom, Alsa, tap your characters, get the 4-point swing anyway. It's just rude. That's all I have to say about it.
It is rude. So people have heard me complain about this before if they watch the show, listen to the show, whatever. I think that Fire the Cannons and Grab Your Swords are such garbage to play against. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. I hate that flat damage. Like, get out of here with that.
Fire the Cannons is such a funny choice to me because it's just one card that does 2 damage.
It's so annoying. It's the worst. I don't know. I just hate it. It gets me so mad anytime anybody plays it. And similarly along that line, Big Tank is also super annoying and don't appreciate it. And she can do that little pop off at the end where she was like, dink. So annoying. Get out of here. Oh, also any card that, or like Cusco's super annoying when you, because to banish him, you have to banish yourself. And it's just like, ugh.
See, you can tell you're an aggro player at heart because you chose steel cards.
Ah, steel. Grr.
Good choices. All right, this question is from Ask Gettle. Do you answer every question in the mailbag?
Yeah, we just don't get a lot of questions.
You said that. I'm like, we get tons of questions.
We get like 3 per episode. It's not like we have to like sift through them and be like, oh, we don't have time for this one.
Well, that's fair. We do answer them all. We do get a lot of questions, I feel like, compared to other podcasts. But sometimes in the listener question section, we do really go off and start talking in response to the question. So sometimes when I'm getting ready for the show, it's hard for me to find the questions. So I do probably miss them sometimes. So if I miss one of your questions, please just let me know.
Yeah, and we're not discouraging that. Feel free, pop off, chat. We also love to hear your responses to the questions.
Oh yeah, yes, please pop off in the chat. But also call us out if we didn't answer your question. Be like, guys, come on. And then the other exception, actually, Zazzle asked us a question this week about limited because unbeknownst to them, we were recording that bit already with Adara. So since we talked about it last week, we'll skip it.
Righto.
All right, this question is from Tooniefish. After my most epic game at the starter deck tournament with the coolest little dude, do you have a favorite Lorcana interaction with a kid?
Yes. I've actually already talked about it on the show, but I don't play many children, but I do. And it's actually the same kid that Toonie played. He's great. Honestly, he's the delight to play against.
So funny.
He's he has a great attitude. He's fun. He's funny. He's really has a good time. He's there with his dad. His dad also plays. I don't think I've ever played his dad, but I've played him before and he's a delight. But yeah, that kid's awesome. Shout out to Travis. So do you have a good experience with a kid?
Okay. To be totally honest, I like get a little bit stressed out when I have to play against kids just because like I don't know how hard I should try. If I win, I feel terrible about it. So it's always a little bit stressful for me to play children. But wait, I do have a positive experience that I've observed.
Okay.
You know that adorable little family that you've played, the mom?
Obsessed with that family. They're so cute. Their daughter's such a sweetheart, Evie.
There are like 2 weeks that I went to League by myself and like they like came and sat down beside me.
Oh.
Both weeks. And it's like the getting into League costs like $6 and you get a pack, right? So the family will take turns opening their pack and like go through all the cards and like get excited about the cards together. And then afterwards they'll be like, oh, you got this card. That would be good in my deck. And kind of talk about that. So I think that's really cute.
I love that family. They are so sweet.
They are. I've never played any of them.
Oh, really? I've only played the mom. I've played next to the girl before, and she was such a sweetie pie. She was playing another woman, and they were like talking about squishmallows and cats. And I was playing somebody who was like kind of aggressive, and I was like, "Can I go over there? I want to talk about cats and squishmallows, please."
That's fair.
Yeah, someday.
All right. And now we have a question from Magikarp -- Carp. I think I asked this before. If you could pick one live action Disney property to get adapted into the game, which would you choose and why would it be the Muppets? I'd love some Muppet babies as cards that you can shift into the adult Muppets. So I'm pretty sure that our fish friend has not asked this question before. We asked a similar question about what live action we'd like to see animated. And we didn't talk about the Muppets because we're idiots. I don't know.
Muppet babies who make our dreams come true. I found some Muppet Babies on the YouTube and I put it on, and my kid lost his mind. He thought it was like the greatest thing he had ever seen in his life. It's very cute. The new version is super cute. Jenny Slate plays the nanny and she's precious.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, Muppets, great answer. Always, anytime somebody says live action Disney film, I immediately think of Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know why.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah,
I think that would be fun. A Jack Sparrow, Commodore Norrington.
that's pretty good. I do think Muppets is the best answer. Kermit, Miss Piggy, Gonzo, Fozzie Bear. Like, yes, I want them all in Lorcana. That would be amazing. And I can't wait for my Statler and Waldorf cards, like the guys who heckle.
Shut up. Yes.
Build around. I don't need to see the cards.
100%. I don't need to see them either. Yes. So good. Oh, love it. That's a really good answer. My other answer, of course, we talked about. Well, these are all the same answers that I gave when we were talking about turning a live action into an animated film. Mary Poppins, of course, would be great cards.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Mary Poppins would be good. Okay. This is a question from Shiny Horace. I'm curious to know how you deal with sore losers. In my casual league, we don't really play for wins, we play for achievement points. It's generally friendly vibes, super low stakes. Last night, I played this woman who sat down and shook my hand and said good luck, because that's literally a league point. They get a league point for saying good luck. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But when the game ended, she was visibly angry and started saying stuff like, that was useless, what a complete and total waste of time. I realized she was mad at me, that she hadn't scored any achievements during our game. It was the first game of the night, lasted maybe 15 minutes. Her reaction was honestly pretty shocking, and I can't stop thinking about it. Curious how you would handle a player like that.
There's some good answers in the chat. I am terrified of people like that. And I am a people pleaser, and I would also internalize it and think about it for the rest of my life. Katie?
So yeah, he didn't ask how we should handle it. How we would handle it.
That's what I'm telling you. I don't have the answer here.
How I would handle it, it is kind of similar, in which I would feel very uncomfortable and feel bad, and every event after that, I would just hope and pray I don't get paired with this person.
Mm-hmm. How about we talk about how we should handle these things?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. So, if you're not us, which you aren't, congrats. It's honestly, I just don't want to read what other people said.
It's so good.
Yeah, people said way better stuff than we ever could. So I'm gonna share. Look at babies, we make our dreams come true. Okay. So I'm gonna read. I think Jedi Geek Girl's response was great. So is B Squared. Jedi Geek Girl says, as someone who can be pretty negative herself and doesn't have the best sportsmanship, there's a reason she's acting that way. I'm not that bad, though. I'm usually pretty upbeat unless I'm losing a game. I either feel like I'm not doing anything in or a favorable matchup. The best thing I can say is to try to understand where she is coming from. But if she is negative all the time, there's a reason she's that way. If it is important for you to understand, I would talk to her, get to know her, connect with her outside of the game so she has something to bounce back to, and try not to hold what happens in the game against her. As long as the opponent isn't violent or attacking you verbally or saying hateful things, I think it's best to just ignore. And then B Squared said, which I loved, it's hard to hate someone from up close. It's so easy to forget there's usually something else going on. And I think that's a really, really emotionally intelligent, compassionate, empathetic sort of, because at the end of the day, like, it's not you that she's upset with. You know what I mean? There's other things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's interesting because my initial reaction to this was pretty harsh. And I think we've been pretty harsh in the past about people creating negative experiences for other people. And I think this behavior does create a negative experience from other people, possibly.
For sure.
More so than you realize. But like getting into the head of that person, like I'm I'm a person who's like very, I need to do this, I need to get this done. And if I don't get those things done, I do have a little bit of a breakdown. So I definitely can see that side of it and have a lot more empathy for it.
Um, so there is somebody in our league who I'm scared of, and I hope that I am never paired with this person because I'm scared of this person, and this person intimidates me a lot. And perhaps it would be in my best interest to engage with this person in a non-competing way, just like being like, "Hey, what's up?" and like have a real conversation with them. Because I know I mentioned on a previous episode I played against a guy who was like very aggressive and very like, just like go, go, go guy.
Is Go Guy
But
the guy that you're intimidated of?
no. So Go Guy's fine because after Go Guy and I played, we were just talking like regular people, and he was very nice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like intense, but like nice. Like this is just how he is. He's kind of intense guy. He takes his games very seriously, and we had regular people conversation, and that was lovely. And I'm not scared of him anymore. So maybe we should all find the people who scare us and just try to be their friends.
So yeah, like I think it does. I guess it really does just come down to like getting to know that person and talking to them. And you'll probably find that they're really nice. And if you get to know them further and more about why they're going out, like you'll find that they have apparently it's very, very important to them to get league points. They put a lot of pressure on themselves to do so.
Yeah. Well, remember in season 2 of All Stars when Alaska's like, I'm just here to have a good time. And then she has that like total breakdown. She's like, I need to win. I need to win. And everyone's like, and Katya's like, party. Because we didn't usually see that from Alaska, but she was very serious business. But when she let it out, everyone was like, girl, what? But no, she's had that fire in her that whole time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Can you believe we made it to episode 16 without a RuPaul's Drag Race reference? If you haven't seen RuPaul's Drag Race, like, not every season is amazing, but All Stars season 2 and 3 are amazing.
That's a controversial opinion, but I'm here for it.
Are you kidding me? Those are the best seasons of it.
Well, we'll talk about it another time. This is not a RuPaul's Drag Race podcast. It should be. I would love that. I would. Katie? No. I was actually going to make a great RuPaul's Drag Race reference back when I did my cosplay, but you didn't ask me about the construction of my cosplay, but I was going to be like, I'm Bendela Kren over here, hot clue and desperation, but you didn't ask. So.
You made the reference in the Discord.
I know, because you didn't let me in person.
Oh my gosh. Just tell me, prompt me for this, and I'll prompt you for it, and I'll cut out in editing the part where you tell me to prompt you for it.
All right.
Magic of editing.
Yeah.
Is All-Star season 2 being great is not controversial.
No, everyone thinks that's the pinnacle.
I still love 3.
Well, the winner of 3 is controversial.
Well, yeah.
Not to me, but other people, sure.
What were we talking about?
I don't know. We're talking about how Shiny Horace played a very intense person who has a lot of pressure on herself.
Yeah.
And you know what you say? You say party when they do that. Party.
So good.
Okay. What else? Is that the last one?
That was our last listener question.
Did we answer it?
Did we answer it? I wouldn't say we answered it. I would say we talked about it.
There you go. Katie, why don't you tell us about our featured creator?
Our featured creator is the Illuma Nation. So it's like Illumi Space Nation. The Illumination.
Illumination. Like the word, Katie.
Yes. I get it. Do you get it?
I just explained it to you.
Okay. I did know that. And I did also know that this is a YouTube channel by Rich and Kelly, a couple from the north of England. Rich has a lot of trading card experience, whereas this is Kelly's first TCG, so that's always a dynamic that I really like. They do videos and shorts on their YouTube channel, and they cover a variety of different things. They chat about the meta, they share their favorite arc, they have a box opening on there. Honestly, they're just so fun to watch. I really like listening to them, and I can't wait to see more of their content.
So be sure to check out Illumination on YouTube and Instagram. I hope they join our Discord because we need more people with beautiful accents on our Discord.
We have so many people from the UK on our Discord.
I know. And sometimes they do voice chats and it makes me so happy. I'm a simple girl. I like an accent.
And yeah, then we're still on our 2-week schedule. I'm leaving for a Disney cruise shortly after this episode is being released. So I'm not even going to be on Twitter and Discord very much, which is kind of sad.
That is sad for all of us. I'll miss you. I'll have to man the fort.
Yep. You're in charge.
Uh-oh. Not your best idea. Let me be honest.
You've done it before.
Yeah, so I'm not going to post anything next week. Sorry.
We're every other week podcast now.
For the foreseeable future.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope you enjoy your trip. I'll miss you. Oh, I saw the cards you were going to take with you to get signed. Are those the ones you want? Is there anything else you want that you don't have that you would rather have signed?
I don't think so. I just picked those because of the variety of colors. Josh was really not liking my choice of Amber, like Mickey True Friend being the Mickey I would get signed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I like this one. It's like Mickey is welcoming me to the great Illuminary. It was an ink consideration, but still that too.
That's fair. No, I get it. I'm here for it. I was just curious. Because you got your wizard, and then also with the mini, there's a bunch of minis. Also, I have the Donald Perfect Gentleman if you were missing that one. I don't know if you preferred that or Sleepwalker.
Well, I was trying to do different characters for different inks.
Yeah, I got that. That was good.
And Daisy's only an emerald, so
that takes that one. Yep. No, I thought you did a beautiful job. No Pluto card. Stupid. Elsa's probably gonna be there if you want to bring in Elsa.
Yeah, I grabbed Elsa and Anna just in case.
Yeah. Fun. Well, I hope you enjoy it with our parents and not me.
You're gonna have so much fun at home.
I do love home.
Mm-hmm.
And it's flu season, and you're gonna be on essentially a floating petri dish. So good luck with that.
I am a little worried about that, not gonna lie.
Yeah, GLHF on that one.
All right, let's see if you remember how to wrap us up.
Well, that's our show. Thanks for being here, everybody. Be sure to check us out on Instagram and Twitter and on YouTube for this, but on YouTube. Subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Hey, were we in your Spotify Wrapped? Tell us about it. We weren't, but if we were, and be sure to pop into our Discord and say hi. It's a great little space. I feel like they're our friends, which is crazy, but
they're 100% feel like my friends. Yes,
they're our friends. And we love them. And is that all? Is that all of it?
I think so.
Good job, Becky.
Good job, Becky. And until next time, remember to live, laugh, and lore.